에 대해 이야기해보자. Let's talk about. A noun plus 에 대해 or 에 관해 means about or regarding that noun. So, 고양이에 대해, about cats. 고양이에 관해, regarding cats. Noun plus 에 관해 is a little more formal and for professional settings like a speech or a written document, so we're going to stick with 에 대해 today as it's used more in everyday spoken Korean. But let's first do a quick breakdown of where these two phrases grammatically come from. You don't need to memorize how this breakdown happens, just be aware of it. 에 대해 comes from the verb 대하다, which means to face, to deal with, or to be directed towards. In a sentence like, I don't want to face my parents after our fight last night. And 에 관해 comes from the verb 관하다, which means to relate to or to concern. The 에 that's attached to the noun in both of these phrases is signifying the direction to which you're facing or being concerned about, like to face toward or to relate to. Both of these phrases can be said as we just learned, 에 대해 or 에 관해, or you can add 서 after them and get 에 대해서, 에 관해서 for the exact same meaning. Okay, now forget everything I just said because the only thing that you need to leave this video knowing is the phrase noun 에 대해 to mean about. So let's get out of this historical grammar lesson and jump into some practice. I'm going to show you 10 nouns and I want you to say the noun plus 에 대해. Let's start by first saying 에 대해 4 times for muscle memory. 에 대해, 에 대해, 에 대해, 에 대해. Your turn. Now to say the phrase about cats, we have 고양이에 대해, 고양이에 대해. Notice that even though we've pluralized cats in English, that's not necessary in Korean. Just 고양이 is fine. Also, I've really emphasized the space between 에 and 대해 to help you remember that 에 attaches to the noun and there's a space here when writing. Okay, now let's go through a series of nouns and I just want you to add 에 대해 to each one. I'm going to go a little faster, but feel free to adjust the speed or pause anytime that you need. 학교, 학교에 대해. 커피, 커피에 대해. 과학, 과학에 대해. 무지개, 무지개에 대해. 차, 차에 대해. 비싼 차, 비싼 차에 대해. 컴퓨터, 컴퓨터에 대해. 우리 선생님, 우리 선생님에 대해. 제 친구, 제 친구에 대해. Alright, let's see how much vocabulary you remember. About Korean. 한국어에 대해. About English. 영어에 대해. About food. 음식에 대해. About water. 물에 대해. About this paper. 이 종이에 대해. Okay, it's time to make some full sentences. If you watched the previous video, you'll know that we went to a work party last Saturday with our coworkers Yerim and Mingon. Well, now it's lunch break on Monday, and you want to talk with your new bestie Yerim about the party. First, Yerim needs an update. Perfect. Second, If we want to make the phrase, I want to talk about, we need the word for talk. The two most common words for talk that you'll come across in Korean are 말하다 and 이야기하다. 말하다 is a general way of saying to speak, to say, or to talk. It literally means to do words or speech. 이야기하다 literally means to do a story. So it usually translates as to tell a story, to chat, or to converse. Therefore, this is the word that you'll most likely use if you want to chat with a friend. 말하다 is extremely common, so we'll practice with it later. But we want to chat back and forth with Yerim, so we'll use 이야기하다 today. Now, as I said, 이야기 means story as a noun. And normally, I don't like practicing abbreviations when introducing a word. But when speaking, 이야기 is very commonly abbreviated to 얘기. So let's use its abbreviated form, 얘기하다. Let's start by saying 얘기하다 4 times. 얘기하다, 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 얘기하다. Your turn. Now let's say, I want to talk. Do you remember how to say this? Pause if you need a second to think. 얘기하고 싶어요. Remember, to say I want to do something, just drop 다 and add 고 싶어요. So now let's say this phrase 4 times. Let's do it together. Ready? 얘기하고 싶어요. 얘기하고 싶어요. 얘기하고 싶어요. 얘기하고 싶어요. Okay, this giant phrase isn't long enough. Now let's make it, I want to talk about blah blah blah. What do you think? Again, pause if you need a second. Blah blah blah. 블라블라블라에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. Okay, let's add some rhythm to this one. 블라블라블라에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 블라블라블라에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. Say it with me. 블라블라블라에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. One more time. 블라블라블라에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. Oh no, the rhythm has taken a hold of you, and the moment that you sit down for lunch with Yerim, you blurt out, I want to talk about Saturday. Take your time and try to form this sentence. 토요일에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 토요일이요? says Yerim. 왜요? Oh no, Yerim forgot what happened on Saturday. Well, the party, of course. I want to talk about the party. 파티에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 아, 맞다. 저도 파티에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 음식에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. What did Yerim just say? Let's listen again. 음식에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 아, 맞다. Yerim wants to talk about food. 음식에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. No, not the 음식 from the party, Yerim. Let's talk about something more interesting from the party. 아, 그럼 게임에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. What does she want to talk about this time? 게임에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. Ah, the games that we played at the party. 게임에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. Yeah, those were fun, but let's tell her what we really want to talk about. Or rather, who? I want to talk about Mingon, the other coworker we went to the party with on Saturday. The coworker who seems to have a lot in common with Yerim. Remember that after someone's name who you're not on a casual speaking basis with, you should add she to show respect, similar to our English way of adding Mr., Miss, or Mrs. Adding 님 to a name is an even more honorific way to show respect, but since Mingon is close in age to us, we'll just add she. So how can we say, I want to talk about Mingon? Mingon 씨. 민건 씨에 대해 얘기하고 싶어요. 민건 씨요? 왜요? Aha, so she did want to talk about Mingon. But it looks like lunchtime is up and it's time to go. Guess we'll have to save talking about those juicy details until next time, Yerim. Great job talking about 에대해 today, or should I say, great job talking 에대해. Here's all the vocab that was in today's video that may be new to you if you want to pause and write anything down, and I'll see you guys in the next video. 다음에 또 봐요.